add to their DNS records that are reflect when you go to the Google Search Console. And they sent me an email saying that they had added it. I went in and it still said it hadn't been verified, which I know sometimes takes a day or so to do. So I figured part of it was just needed to wait a little bit longer. However, we're now over a day, and typically it gets done in that amount of time. I did use a DNS checker, and that's not showing it either. So I emailed, and the two things I said was, check and make sure you didn't have any spaces at the end when you copied and pasted the text. I don't know. I'm thinking that might be an issue if they'd done that. And then also to screenshot so I could look and see what they've done. I'm waiting on that response. But now, like a day and a half later, it's still not verified in Google Search Console. So I personally think this is one where it's something that they're doing wrong when adding it. And I didn't know if there are any other recommendations to ask them for troubleshooting of it.
Okay, so we're trying to verify Google Search Console, which is awesome and has a ton of value.
Love it. Yes.
And I want to talk a little more about this later. Lydia, I was hoping she'd be here. She asked me a similar question over the break.
Okay.
And I wanted to remind you all that while verifying Search Console with the TXT by the DNS record is the best way to do it, it's not the only way to do it.
Yeah.
And it would be better to have it to get started than it would be to not have it and explain DNS is scary even to me. And I say even to me, like don't claim to be a developer.
Yeah, I'm
DNS is really complicated. So and you can do a lot of damage with a bad DNS record.
Yeah.
So I would verify it using SiteKit and call it good.
So
it's not as ideal, but it will give you the data you need, and you can just be done with it.
Okay. So because I know with that, you're verifying it and you're not necessarily getting subdomains and or HTTP at some of those things. Okay. So
but it will do the canonical version of your homepage automatically.
Okay.
So that's what the data is. Like I said, it would be great to have it by a DNS record. It shouldn't be a stopping point. If you can't do it, rather than make the client monkey around with their DNS record, break something, or worse, this just reminds me of an old friend. This was more than a few years ago, a few decades ago. A buddy of mine discovered there's a lot of files on his computer and he didn't know what they were for. And so he just literally went through and started deleting stuff.
Oh.
And he's like, why does my computer not work? Well, because you deleted everything. But what are they putting all these files? That's what makes your computer, like giving people access to DNS is a terrifying process.
Yeah.
What does this mean? I want to set this to this setting. This sounds like it would be the right setting. Oh, Lord, no, please don't. So especially if they are technically challenged, just move on. Don't let perfection be the enemy. That should be the motto for Curious Ants.
Yeah,
perfection is not the enemy of progress.
I usually am more flexible. I think I've just gotten frustrated on something else with this.
Yes.
But what was I going to say? Usually I have quite a few non-technical clients, and I've had a lot of success with them adding this to their DNS. Having said that, whenever I personally go in and make any DNS changes, before I do a whole screenshot, copy and paste before I touch anything. That's just a good habit to get into.
Oh, absolutely.
And not always a screenshot, because sometimes it's long text and it cuts off. So also copy it and paste it as in a screenshot.
Yep.
Both of those, just a precaution.
Yeah, Trisha, I had one of my clients subcontracted to like this SEO company, and they modified the text record, and I'm pretty sure they just they typed it in instead of copying pasted. And I needed that screenshot from them to show to to compare to say, all right, you just put a one instead of a capital, you know,
Yeah.
or some sort of character that they missed,
Yeah.
which was causing the problem, which was
Yeah.
surprising to me because I would have thought they would have known how to do this.